Hello, good evening. It's day number 2 for the month of April, and this month we're starting with Make Your Mark and discover how to infuse your work with purpose and making a meaningful impact in your field and beyond. And this is going to be a month where we're going to focus on something that would allow you to really make that mark in your career, in your work, even in your business if you want to. This is something that we would move forward with for the month of April. So if you are excited, I am excited. So I hope you're excited listening with me, learning with me as I talk about a topic that I think would be highly valuable for you. And tonight's topic, I'm going to talk about ignite your career evolution. And I'm going to share to you a surprising secret to embracing change and achieving success. You know, there are a lot of secrets that I can share with you, but I'm just going to share with you one today that can help you. But if you want to know more about the secrets, that's with the S, have a conversation with me. You can message me here at Life Coach Philippines and we can have a conversation and really just explore opportunities for you to be able to do the things that you want and finally put some more meaning and purpose in the field and in your territory. If this is the first time you're joining me, I am Life Coach Shaun Joya. I am the man from Pasig City from Life Coach Philippines. I am the Life Coach Dad. And I'm also a master coach apprentice of Master Coach A. I started life coaching back in 2018 when I found it by accident. Okay, life coaching for me, it was an accident. It's not something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I've been very successful in my corporate stint, about a decade, got promoted as an executive. So I was doing okay. But while still I was doing okay in status and money, I was looking for something else. I didn't know what was it that I wanted to do next. 2 to 3 years got promoted. So I thought, is it promotion that I still want to do, or is there something in my life that I want to explore? So this is the reason why for me, this topic is super valuable, especially for those of you who's successful in their career right now. Or maybe you're just someone who's starting. Maybe you're someone who's a young adult. You're entering college and you're thinking about, okay, what do I do next? What do I want to do? That is something that I can help you with if you're a parent, if you're an individual who's asking plentiful of questions of what it is that you want to do in your life, or what you want your children to do in their life. Then that those are the people that I help. I help individuals find the right profession and path for their future. If you are someone who is looking for work, don't know, not sure what kind of work that you want, maybe you're not even in alignment or in alignment towards your typical academic course or path, and you are exploring an entrepreneurial path, that is something I can help you out. And the reason behind that, I have a son and my daughter. They're 22 and 18 years old, and one of the things that I've done with them is to have a path of fulfilling a career or a profession as an entrepreneur. So that is a path. It's something that you want to explore. Let me know. Let's have a conversation. And it's going to be a beautiful journey. I look forward to meeting you, having a conversation with you, and creating that path for you. We work on that for 5 years, of course, with a lot of experience and learning that I have. We can shorter that in a short amount of time and having you earn your talents. Last December 2023, they started their business and they're earning from their talents, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward. So if that's something that I want to explore, being a creative entrepreneur, you are in the right place. All right. So for those of you who's joining, thank you, Coach Lynn, for joining Coach Nords. Maraming salamat. Invite your friends in there if they want to learn the secret of embracing change and achieve success. Not a lot of people are open for success. Not a lot of people are comfortable with success. How many of you are not comfortable with success? Me, I am okay. Sorry, not comfortable with change. For me, I'm okay with change. It's something that I welcome. It's something that I value. It's something that allows me to really just take a look at life from a different perspective. All right. It allows me to also grow specific areas of my life. And this is something that has gave me a significant success in my career in the corporate world. And if you want to be able to welcome change, or if you want to be able to grow in your career, then change is something that you need to befriend. How many of you have a change friend there? make your change, make your change your best friend. And hashtag make your change your best friend. And it's something that you can do, right? Now, why is it that a lot of people, if we talk about the topic, my topic today talks about igniting your career evolution. How many of you have gone through their lives, very successful, you've done this, you've done that. What you wanted to do is to be able to tap in towards your full potential, right? And you're able to put in your skills, your time, your effort, and eventually you get promoted, right? You get promoted. And what your goal is, you have a simple goal. Your simple goal is to get promoted so that you can increase the kind of lifestyle that you want for yourself and your children. Probably be able to buy a house, buy a car, and all of these different things, right? You wanted to do that. It's something that you, in your heart, in your mind, you wanted to do. But every time you move up the corporate ladder, you get good salary, you get to finance the kind of lifestyle that you want. Eventually, you feel that you have less freedom. How many of you can connect with that? Every time you move in the corporate world, you move in your life or in your work, eventually you feel that you don't have the freedom. You know, the typical term in there is when you move up, they say that you require more work. You need more work, you need more time, and all of these different things. But as someone who is a family man, someone who has children, the reason why in the first place you wanted to do the work and put in the time in there because you want to be able to create a good lifestyle for your children and eventually spend time with your children, right? That is the kind of freedom lifestyle that you want. How many of you can connect with that? That you wanted to get this freedom lifestyle in which you can travel, you don't have to work when you're on leave, don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. When it's your me time or alone time, then you can enjoy that. But we know that is not something that you can do. It's something that is not true. It's something that you can enforce, but eventually you have a lot of people calling in left and right and so on and so forth, right? Now, a lot of people think that going in through life, just doing the same thing over and over again, you would feel that you would eventually be able to hit something, right? While it's giving you the promotion that you need and the financial support that you need, it's also not allowing you to enjoy time with your family. And this is where a lot of successful people in the corporate world miss, right? They miss that change is not just in the aspect of change in your work. Change is not just in the aspect of your career. Change is also in the aspect of your life in general. Because when you unpack the mindsets that you have in there and the habits that you have in there that's not serving you, then you would be able to identify the reason behind why you're doing things in the first place. Now, there's one quote from Lao Tzu. He said, "A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with the first step." If you are someone who wants to put more meaning and purpose in the work that you do, then the first step is for you to decide to take the first step. To decide to take the first step. Because the secret to freedom is just one small step. So that's what gonna impart with you. Just one small step. If you have, if you're rushing, if you have still have work, what I want to leave with you behind is if you want to make a mark in your life, if you want to create a dent in your relationship, in your career, in your profession, in your marriage, as a parent, or whatever you wanted to fulfill in the world, is to just do something new, one small step at a time. It's easier said than done, of course, right? It's easier said than done. Okay, I'll change once, just one step at a time, right? It should be fine. Well, of course, that requires focus. And we know focus is something that we cannot sustain, right? We cannot sustain focus because focus, a lot of people are asking attention, seeking your skills, seeking your attention, seeking your, energy, what have you. And that is where you start a roadblock. Start a roadblock, can't overcome the roadblock. It's hindering you from developing mindsets, new mindsets and habits that would allow you, or mindsets that you would encourage and mindsets that you want to discourage, which limits you from taking the first step, right? Taking the bold step, taking the, at least igniting your ability to finally make that goal, large goal, a reality. A lot of people would take drastic steps when they are trying to fulfill a goal, when they are trying to fulfill a, you know, project, when they're trying to create change. They're so quick to taking action, the tendency is, the scaffolding falls apart. So if the scaffolding is falling apart, then obviously you're not able to sustain that, right? You would fall, nothing will catch you, right? We'll have different issues left and right. And that is where a handful of failures come in. So how many of you have worked on their career and you're used to getting the results ASAP, right? Get the result ASAP, very quick. And eventually you implement that in your relationship or at home, and you're not getting the result. You get frustrated, you get angry, and eventually you just shrug it away. Just, it's okay. I'll just deal with it tomorrow, next month, next year, and so on and so forth. But you know that is dragging you towards making the change in your life. So the principle that I'm sharing with you, which is the one small step, is very simple. It's just telling you that you need to use very small steps to improve a habit, improve a process, improve a product, improve a mindset. And you need to use very small moments to be inspired with a new product or a new investment. Like, how many of you have started to develop a habit, or maybe you've invested in something, right? Most recently, I've done an investment that I'm super, super excited about, but I took a small little steps. I didn't do a big rush because I want to be able to create that momentum, because at times we put in everything and we're not able to really enjoy the moment that we need to become, right? So little by little, I did an investment, which is a beautiful thing. Then you have become, then eventually you've improved, and so on and so forth. And it requires a simple thing or a simple mindset. It requires that when you choose to change, to welcome change, you just need to choose a habit that is less effortful and simple. Less effortful and simple, right? Some people would complicate things that, okay, yes, for example, smoking for me is, I want to stop smoking, then all of a sudden they stop. Right? Then eventually, after a few months, they return. If you want to stop smoking, then little by little you reduce. So you identify first how many cigarettes you smoke, right? Then you do your planning. And I'm going to share that with you later. I'm going to share you a process that you can utilize, by the way. So if you go through the process, if you're able to implement it, good. If you need help, just message us here and we'll help you out. I'm currently forming a habit for the 1 peso day savings challenge. There you go, Coach Lynn. If you think about that, by the way, if you want to understand what the 1 peso challenge is, just check Coach Lynn's timeline. That one is a very good way for you to create a habit. And mind you, when you're doing it, just don't do it because of the goal of, doubling. I think it's doubling the savings, right, Coach Lynn? Doubling your savings. Don't do that. Yeah. You're doing it because you are creating a habit and you want to be able to learn how you're responding to that habit. See, a lot of people go through this change process just focusing on the result. Please don't focusing on the goal. Don't focus on the goal. Focus on the result, because the result change based on your timings, based on your season, based on where you're at right now, based on the environment that you're in. So you can do that, right? Now, in change, when you choose to want to change, there are three things that I would like you to focus on. First, instead of focusing on short term, focus on long term. Okay, long term goals. Instead of focusing on the small picture, focus on the big picture. Instead of focusing on the goal, I shared a while ago, focus on the result. Because when you're doing this, when you're focusing on the long term, the big picture, and the person you're becoming, that eventually you are welcoming the change fully, and you're welcoming that change and acknowledging that there are certain area in your life that is not fulfilling your purpose. It's not making a meaningful impact in your life, and it's also not making a meaningful impact in your work. Like, how many of you have been successful in your career and you're just the go-to guy, but no one really celebrates your wins? Or no one even acknowledges that you've done something, right? You're just there, passing by, and so on. Or when you go at home, your children are too busy doing different things. Your spouse is, whatever she's doing, right? And you're not able to feel that meaning and purpose in what you're doing. You're just doing it because, hey, the world told me to do it. It's something that is expected of me, and all of these different things, right? And you feel and you become dissatisfied. So when you embrace change and achieving success, then you are open to exploration. Then you are open to experimentation. Then you are open to finding ways for you to really exude who you are, right? Rather than just hiding and creating this high a bunch of I call it a bunch of you know uh, different characters that's not really you, which sometimes confuses you altogether, right? Creating a habit is developing a discipline and building your system of success. Yeah, that's true. Which is very, very simple, but sometimes very difficult to do. So what I'm gonna teach with you, and I know I've shared with you a handful of thoughts in there. I hope you're able to gain some wisdom in there. That's one that you can implement. What I'm gonna share to you is a process that you can do for you to start welcoming change and welcoming success at the same time, right? Some of you fear success. I don't want to be successful because I've become successful. What would other people say? People would say, mukha kang pera, pera lang yung gusto mo. People would say na wala ka na lang inisip, yan na lang. Or you would say na wala ka ng oras sa pamilya mo, and all of these different things, right? If you want to be able to enjoy that, you can do this, right? Simple things that you can do. These are steps, 7 steps that you can do. Step number 1, ask yourself what areas of your life that you want to improve, right? What is one area of your life that you want to improve? I simplify that. It's either in your health, wealth, and relationship. Health, wealth, and relationship. Just pick one. If it's in your health, okay, health. Then ask yourself, second step is, why is it important to you? Okay, to you. Why is it important to me? It's important to me because I want to create the vitality for me to be able to be able to enjoy my time with my children, so that when they grow old, at least I would still be able to move. Or I want to be able to do some physical activities for me to be able to travel. Like, one of the things that I wanted to do is to travel the Philippine Loop. Maybe you've heard of that, the Philippine Loop, that you would go around the country, and it will take you about 3 months. So that's something that I dream of doing. I don't know when, but I want to do that. For 3 months, I would just be traveling from north to south, then back to where am I. It's something that I wanted to do, right? So I want to have that vitality for me to make that happen. So why is it important to you? It's important to you because you want to create a lasting relationship with your children, with your spouse, with other people, right? These are the things that you can explore. Then step number 3, make an assessment. Like, in a scale of 1 to 10, how am I committed to create the change in my life? What kind of commitment do you want? 10 being you're fully committed, 1, yeah, that goal, I really don't want it. So at least this helps you measure if that goal is something that's really dear to you, or it's something, by the way, not in my season yet. I want to do this sometime later. The step number 4 is list down all of the activities that are not useful but stimulating to you, right? Just think about that. What are the activities, things that you do that you don't want to change, things that you do that are not helpful to you, right? It stimulates you watching TV, social media, browsing those, watching YouTube, all of those things. Those are stimulating. So what are the things that stimulate you? That's not really making you or moving you forward towards a kind of a goal, the kind of life that you have. Then step number 5 is make a list of activities that you would want to try that will make you more productive. And for example, spending time with your children, or maybe fixing that broken light that you have been parking for the longest time, or maybe finally having some time to fix your, do some hobbies that you have been parking for some time. Then find activities that you want to try. Then what I would want for you is to integrate what is useful and what is not useful. Now, the step number 6 will help you at least infuse new habits. I don't want you to stop a habit. I want you to infuse a new habit with that habit. So eventually that old habit will be gone and you have new habits coming in. For example, if you binge watch whatever social media platform that is, then connect that by spending time with your children. Right? For example, one of the things that I've done with my children, we watch Netflix, is we would watch, then we would spend some time, then afterwards we would have a conversation, and just I would ask them, what have you learned in there? What are the things that you learned? What are the things that you observe? So this one creates that bond, right? And eventually you get to know them. Then you will get to know, oh, okay, this is something that they want to do. This is their hobby. This is their mindset. Then you can find other ways rather than just watching movies at home. Then you can go somewhere and at least explore other opportunities. So you can fuse this together. Eventually, that bad habit will be gone, and you have new bad. And number 7, which I think is a crucial part of making a mark in your life and eventually welcoming change and success in your life, right? And when I say success, I'm not just talking about in the aspect of your career. Many people would focus their success in the aspect of their career, but in the process, they lose their children or their family in general. How many of you can connect with that? That, yay, you're doing 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours at work. So sometimes you do 24 hours. I've done that before. Then eventually, when you come home one day, you see your children that you don't know your children anymore. You don't know what are their likes, dislikes, their habits. You just know their name. Well, sometimes people forget their names. But what kind of life is that, right? If you're not able to enjoy the success in your household, and most of the success that you have and the changes that you have is in your career, but you're missing the improvements in your personal life. Sad life, right? But you don't need to be in that space, right? You don't need to continue living the kind of life that you feel is giving you the purpose, the meaning, and what you do. But when you come home, when you go to sleep, when you go to bed, when you close your eyes, there is a missing piece in your life. How many of you can connect with me? It's possible for you to make that change. What I'm sharing with you today serves two purposes. Okay. One, it serves an insight of the kind of behavior that you have. And two, it will break out the problems into something workable. So you feel safe and you can tackle it, and you're just not going to break the things that's working for you, or at least that you are doing. So, how many of you would like that, right? That it doesn't need to be effortful, that you would be able to do one little small step at a time to welcome the change and welcome the success in your life. Now, after a couple of days or maybe a couple of months, you've implemented this and you're not getting the result, I provide life and career coaching. If you're interested, if you need some guide to you to helping your transition, and if you want to be able to create the kind of life that you want, that will enable you to master the art of this one small step principle, it's possible. This is something that I've learned or I've been doing, but I've learned and understood deeply when I became a life coach. And I became a life coach and understood where my success is coming from. And I understood why is it that a lot of people are able to get promoted fast and a lot of people are not able to do so. They're able to stay with that. And why is it that a lot of people are not able to enjoy their families? And some would be able to enjoy their family and integrate this too. I understood that one small step of changing, improving an area of your life really works. You don't do everything at the same time. It's not going to be healthy for you. But with a coach, at least you are able to see blind spot in your life. You're able to see a side view mirror, right? You have the multiple side view mirrors or mirrors that you can see. Oh, okay, I can't see this. I can't see this. And your coach will say, "Oh, take a look at this. Take a look at that." I observed this is what you're doing. I observed that this is what is happening. Oh, if you do this, this is what's happening. So imagine having that kind of feedback, right? And feedback is a most powerful form of improvement. And that is a professional feedback that will help you, that will guide you along the way. So you are going to experience that change while someone is clapping and congratulating you for the success that you've experienced. If you're ready for a conversation, message me 0917-569-4200. And if you want to know more about what we're doing here at Life Coach Philippines, I would like to invite you for the ABCs of life coaching and understanding what life coaching is. This is level 1. It's going to be a live online interactive 2-hour class crafted for coaching enthusiasts actively seeking for effective tools to facilitate lasting change and transformation. That's going to be happening on April 13th. That's going to be the week after next. So I'm sorry, next week, 13th for with Coach Orville, then April 14th with Coach Lynn, and a week after that, that's Coach Rizal on April 28th. And if you are looking for an avenue, or maybe you thought about life coaching, if you want to be able to be part of a tribe that is really supportive about your individuality and your uniqueness, connect with us at 0917-586-1661 to know more about life coaching or the co-actively co-creation program by Master Coach A. We're continuously accepting students. The next class, if you are in Tacloban, that's going to be April 6th and 7th. That's going to be this weekend. And a online class will be on April 17th and 19th. That's virtual. And on class 22, that's going to be on April 27th and 28th at DCAP Copy Republic. If you want to experience live coaching, visit us at DCAP Copy Republic. We're located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner of Brixton and United Streets. In Capitolio, Pasig City, we're open from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. or up all night. I'm going to be there. So if you want to have a conversation with me, just message. Drop by in there. We'll be happy to help you and assist you in your journey. All right? So I hope you're able to learn something for tonight. Share your learnings with other people. Share this video with other people. Let's bless more people in digital space. I've learned that we can create change in our life by simply just sharing one new thing that we've learned. If you just want to experience change, that is already something that's worthwhile. So tomorrow, I would like to invite you at the same time. That's going to be with Coach Lynn. Crush your career goals. She's going to share 10 tips for building confidence and achieving your wildest dreams. So if you want to achieve your wildest dreams, then tomorrow is the class for you. I'll see you again soon, and I hope to hear from you. Let's have a conversation. Let me help you out in your journey and finally live that meaning and fulfilling life, both in your career, your profession, and your personal life. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun Joya. I'll see you again soon, and let's have a conversation. Bye-bye. Have a great night.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.